On Christmas Eve, the submarine USS Copperfin, under the command of Captain Cassidy, departs Mare Island Naval Shipyard on a secret mission. At sea, Cassidy opens his sealed orders, which direct him to proceed first to the Aleutian Islands to rendezvous with a PBY Catalina and take meteorologist Lieutenant Raymond aboard. He is then to proceed to Tokyo Bay to obtain vital weather intelligence for the upcoming Doolittle raid. After picking up Raymond, the Copperfin is attacked by 2 Japanese float planes. Both are shot down, but one pilot manages to parachute into the water. When Mike, a Copperfin crewman, goes down the hull to pull the Japanese aboard, he is stabbed to death by the downed pilot. New recruit Tommy Adams shoots the Japanese, but because he was slow to react, Tommy blames himself for Mike's death. At least partly to expiate his mistake, Tommy volunteers to defuse an unexploded bomb stuck under the deck under the direction of Captain Cassidy. When Mike is buried at sea, Greek-American Tin Can does not attend the service. This angers the other men until he explains that every Allied death causes him great pain. Meanwhile, Raymond, who lived in Japan, discusses how the Japanese people were led into the war by the military faction. As the submarine nears Tokyo Bay, the Copperfin has to negotiate defensive minefields and anti-torpedo nets. When a Japanese ship enters the bay, Cassidy seizes the opportunity and follows in its wake. That night, a 3-man party, including resourceful womanizer Wolf, goes ashore to make weather observations. Meanwhile, Tommy is diagnosed with appendicitis. Pills, the pharmacist's mate, has to operate following instructions from a book, using improvised instruments and without sufficient ether to last throughout the procedure. The operation is successful, and Cookie Wainwright begins to prepare the pumpkin pie he had promised to bake for Tommy. Raymond broadcasts the information the shore party has collected in Japanese in an attempt to avoid detection, but the Japanese are not fooled and search the bay. The Copperfin remains undetected, allowing the men to watch part of the Doolittle raid through the periscope. After recovering Raymond and his team, the submarine then slips out of the bay, following an exiting ship when the anti-submarine nets are opened to let it through. Later, the Copperfin sinks a Japanese aircraft carrier and is badly damaged by its escorts. In desperation, after long hours and barrages of depth charges, Cassidy attacks, sending a destroyer to the bottom and enabling the crew to return safely home.